Good morning, Shivani. It is Thursday, February 4th, 2016. And this is the second vlog! Whee! Hopefully we managed to establish some sort of pattern so that these vlogs aren't just, a one-time thing or like an idea in my head where I tell myself, yeah, I'm gonna vlog like on the regular, and then I do one or two of them and then they just burn out. But the year is young. There's a lot of time to go, so we shall see if these continue at a regular basis. So this week I wanted to talk about more what happened during this weekend. It's not going to be one of those stupid vlogs like the last one. More just because more stuff happened this week that I want to talk about. So I'm not sure if I told you about my work schedule, but the way I have it arranged is that usually I play Monday, Tuesday, take a break Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I take Sundays off. And the days that I'm usually working, the hours that I'm actually playing is roughly about 4 or 5 hours on the tables. Usually I try to put in a minimum of 4, and if I can stretch it out to 5, then that's the ideal goal. But this week that kind of fell off the rails. Basically, I had my schedule until Friday, and then I played 2.5 hours, and then I checked my results for the month, and they were very, very good. And then after I saw my results, I told myself, you know what? I've made enough for the month. I put in enough work for the month. I'm just gonna take the rest of the month off. Which I honestly don't think is bad. I think every once in a while, we kind of need to unplug from reality and not be in that productive mode where I just do whatever the hell I feel like. So once I decided to free up some time, I proceeded to binge watch Making a Murder for the next 16 hours. And then for the rest of the Saturday and all of Sunday, I pretty much just did nothing. I stayed in my apartment, I watched TV, I did stuff on the internet, and nothing really got done. But in my head, I was like, okay, this is okay. As long as this doesn't bleed into the beginning of February and I actually get back to my regular routine, this is all good. But then something kind of weird happened on Monday where I was supposed to review with Tim, but then our review got bumped back a couple of hours, so I was planning to review at 9:30. Instead, we reviewed at 11:30, and it didn't end until 2:30. And usually I like to start playing poker at around 1. I know you don't really care about those details, but the point is that because my schedule was thrown off already from bumping that meeting, I just didn't feel like playing, so I unintentionally took that day off too. And for the first time in a very, very long time, I did that thing where I'm just on my computer, looking at YouTube, looking at Reddit, and just mindlessly browsing stuff that I've already seen. And I wasn't doing this because I was depressed or because I was bored. I just kind of did it because I felt like doing it. But then after a couple of hours gone by, I looked at the time, realized how fast time had gone, and said to myself, ah, crap, this is the mode that I don't like being in. And there was a part of me that was afraid that I was slipping back into my old ways, that it would be harder for me to put effort into working in poker, exercise, taking care of tasks around the house, taking care of projects that I want to start, and stuff that just seems simple on face, but that I've had a history of just procrastinating the hell out of. Fortunately, yesterday and today went a lot better, because Tuesdays I'm usually playing the home game, so I always have to take care of stuff earlier if I want to get everything done. So I woke up earlier, I started studying earlier, I started playing earlier, I started exercising earlier, but bottom line, I got everything done. And I guess my point in all this is that I keep needing to remind myself that there's a very, very fine line between discipline driving you and overwhelming you. Because on the one hand, if I don't have the discipline to follow the daily and weekly routine that I've set up for myself, everything just kind of falls apart. But on the other hand, if I discipline myself too much and I don't give myself the wiggle room to give myself a day off and I become overwhelmed, that can just lead to myself not wanting to follow the routine anymore, and as a result take many, many extra days off. Not because I necessarily want to, but because I'm just in that zone where I'm just thinking literally about nothing and I just do nothing, and it takes a while for me to snap out of that mode. And I think the biggest reason I don't enjoy being in that mode is because it prevents me from enjoying the stuff that I like to the fullest. It prevents me from wanting to watch new shows, read new books, be goofy around the people that I enjoy being goofy around. I mean, imagine if I were talking to you and I was in that mode and I was just giving you like serious ass responses like every single time and not being random at all. That would just be terrible. So this week was a really good reminder to keep my life balance in check, not just for the sake of me, but for the enjoyment of everyone else around me. And I'm not gonna pretend like I'm perfect. I know that these phases will come and go. I just want to keep it under enough control so that it doesn't affect what we have between each other. Shivani, I will see you next week.